If you're wondering what tomorrow will be like, just picture today or yesterday or the day before, because no real changes in the fin forecast. Next on Action News Tonight.
Witnesses say the group had been sitting here on the lawn drinking this morning before the fight.
When this boy jumped on this guy and beat him up, the guy said he was going to pull a knife. And the ladies thought that he had to stab him first. So the girls jumped on the guy, and that's when he stabbed the girls.
They just told me. Is she alive?
The victim
Please tell me something.
Cindy Weber's sister had heard the news, stunned that such a thing had happened to her sister, and all during a fight over a cactus. Kathi Mann for Action News Tonight.
2 of the victims are in critical condition tonight. The third is listed as fair.
And Cheryl, police say robbery was the apparent motive for a shooting at a South Phoenix food store this morning. Owner of the Food Island Market, 34-year-old Gary Wong, was shot and died 2 hours later on an operating table. No one's been arrested for the murder as yet. Police say they have a suspect they're looking for. He's described as 19 to 25 years of age, between 5 feet 8 and 6 feet tall, and of medium build and dark complexion.
A 2-alarm brush fire in North Phoenix burned a storage area and killed several animals today. The blaze destroyed 2 travel trailers, 2 boats, and 2 storage buildings. And despite the efforts of firefighters and the Humane Society, 25 dogs died in the fire. They were locked up in a cage. 5 dogs, however, were saved. One fire cadet was injured while fighting the fire. He was taken to John C. Lincoln Hospital, where he was treated and released. 60 firemen battled the fire for about an hour before bringing it under control. And like several recent brush fires in the area, access was a big problem for firefighters.
It appears the fire started down here at the bottom and swept up the side of the hill and involved those structures on top. Real access problem getting in there. The only way into those structures is off Central Avenue, up a really windy, twisty road up the side of the mountain.
Investigators are still trying to find out what started that fire.
And a state of emergency exists tonight in Tulsa, Oklahoma. That city's in the midst of its worst flooding in 200 years. Pat Finn is here with the latest on a very tragic weather story.
Well, Bill, the latest is it is not over yet. This is the latest picture we have down from the satellite, and you can see there are clouds covering the entire state of Oklahoma, contributing to the problem tonight. They've had their heaviest rainfall ever in Tulsa. That has contributed to flooding of 6 to 10 feet in the streets. That's more than 13 inches of rain just within the past 24 hours. At least 10 people are dead and more than 80 are injured tonight. The National Guard has been called out. The Red Cross is out to help the hundreds of homeless. The governor has asked President Reagan to declare a disaster area in 2 of the counties in Oklahoma. In addition, at least 3 tornadoes have hit Oklahoma within the past 24 hours. I'll tell you more about that coming up during our regular weather segment of Action News.
Okay, thank you, Pat. Cheryl?
5 people have been killed tonight in a highway accident on a Florida bridge. A school bus and 3 cars were involved in that crash. The bridge is one of those which connects the islands known as the Florida Keys. At least 25 people were sent to the hospital after an accident at a Georgia amusement park. A new ride called the Great Air Race malfunctioned, sending the miniature planes into each other and stranding riders 100 feet in the air.
Well, everything just went sideways and crooked. All the planes are going up and down.
Most of the injuries are described as minor.
The hotel workers' strike in Las Vegas is apparently becoming increasingly violent. A bomb exploded this morning in the parking lot of the Tropicana Hotel, damaging 9 vehicles. Nobody was hurt, but this is the 3rd bomb incident in 4 days in Las Vegas. And a pipe bomb exploded this afternoon in Stillwater, Minnesota. Police say that a note was found, a note that was similar to ones found in La Crosse, Wisconsin, where 6 pipe bombs had been discovered this weekend. Both La Crosse and Stillwater are located along the Wisconsin-Minnesota border. Today's bomb exploded along some railroad tracks and nobody was hurt.
Security is being increased at the U.S. Embassy in Lebanon, and Americans in that country are being warned about renewed threats of kidnapping. Since the beginning of this year, 4 Americans have been kidnapped in Beirut. 3 are still missing.
And more from that part of the world. An American company now is barring its oil tankers from entering the northern Persian Gulf. CalTex, controlled by Texaco and Standard Oil of California, says the waters of the northern Gulf are too dangerous for shipping in light of the recent attacks by Iraqi and Iranian warplanes. Japan has also banned its ships from the northern Gulf, and the country that hurts the most is Kuwait. Officials of that northern Gulf country are asking the United Nations for some help.
We have urged the Secretary General to play a more active role in finding a peaceful solution to this problem. We have exhausted, I think, all the regional and international organizations in finding a settlement to this. But let's hope that the United Nations Security Council could do something about it.
And today, Pope John Paul II expressed his fears and concerns about the Iran-Iraq war. The pontiff urged both sides to seek a solution before the fighting involves neighboring countries and triggers a still graver crisis.
This is Action News Tonight with Bill Stull and Cheryl Parker.